Hello and welcome to Pro Trader Strategies Market Commentary for Friday, January the 20th. My name's Eric Wilkinson. Some of you may recognize me as the Wolfman from CNBC, Fox Business, or even the Wall Street Journal for my commentary on everything from economic to geopolitical and market analysis. Please keep in mind that everything that we talk about in these daily market commentaries is not a solicitation to buy or sell any of these securities or strategies. At the end of the day, I'm here to teach you some different strategies that you can implement into your portfolios, but please do that in your own way. The reason why I can't give you a recommendation on a particular stock or strategy is because I don't know your risk parameters. I don't know what's in your portfolios, and therefore, what I'm doing could be counterintuitive to what you are already doing. Having that out of the way, let's get this on. Not a whole lot of economic data today here in the United States. Across the pond in Great Britain, we did get retail sales a lot lower than expected at negative 1.9%, expected to be negative 0.1%. We also here in the United States have Harker speaking, and obviously President-elect Trump speaks at the inauguration. So could be something to stir up the overall markets there. I think history shows that after inauguration, the overall markets are down, although we're seeing a bit of a push to the upside in our markets as we speak. With crude oil right now up against that $53.50 area, which I've talked about so much about, that is right lockstep with the value area high that's been acting as resistance for about a week or so now, and I would expect it to continue to act as resistance. If the bulls get above that, then that is a win for them, but the bears are going to try and defend that, so keep your eyes on that line in the sand for the most part. Then on to over to gold futures, again sustaining that 1200 mark, trying to stay above that. We're up about 20 cents on the day. The bulls seem to have been able to defend that area, and we are starting to see the 50-day and the 9-day moving averages cross, which is an indication of a more bullish trend ahead. So keep your eyes out for that. Once we got above the 9-day, talked about that, that is very bullish. Got again above another 50-day moving average, making it even more like the bulls are winning. And now that we have that cross, that is more of a solid indication as control for the bulls to the upside. So gold futures looking like they might want to push to the upside. I'm overall bearish gold with the short GDXJ trade that I have on, still holding on to that. It's actually working out quite nicely. As long as we don't really pop, then I should be okay with that trade there. We're also starting to see volatility come out of that market. Then on to the bonds. Bonds down a point right now as the overall equity is up, Dow up over 100 points right now. The bonds really giving up a lot of room to the downside. Kind of kicking myself that I didn't add anything to this when I saw the opportunity, and now I'm thinking it might be a little bit overdone and might need to wait a little bit longer for a bit of a bounce before I put anything on in there. But the bond's down almost a point now as we speak. 32 ticks is 1 full point. Then on to the Dow Jones Industrial Average, as I was talking about, up over 100 points, 101 points, and right against that 9-day moving average. So that is going to act as the resistance for the bulls to get through. They need to push above that and settle above there for it to really give the indication that they're winning this battle. NASDAQ, again, having historical all-time intraday highs. The high, obviously, as you can see here, is 50.83 now, but as we speak, the NASDAQ up about 11 points right now. But after inauguration, market has a tendency to come off, so we'll have to look at that tomorrow, or on Monday, to really get an indication as to see if this historical trend is really still intact. Then on to the E-mini S&Ps, up about 9 points on the day. Hasn't had an intraday historical high as of yet, but still a lot of time left in the day for the markets to make some moves. This is what I'm talking about with the E-mini S&Ps came up and blasted higher right on the open, since kind of settled down into a nice little range. We have busted out above this value area high solidly, so it looks like, for at least a shorter trend, the bulls are winning right now. So they could be really wanting to push higher after this inauguration and bunk that historical trend. IBM is the trade that I was talking about yesterday. It was the only earnings trade that I actually put on. They did come out and beat earnings, but at the end of the day, they just stayed within their market maker move. So that was good. I was really struggling yesterday with selling this in the very short term January contract. There just wasn't a lot of premium in there for the risk that I was going to be taking on with a naked strategy. So I decided to go out into the February and did the February 155 puts with the 175 calls to create that strangle. Was able to collect $1.93 for that trade. Bought it back this morning for 88 cents. So that was a nice little trade there. Then on to Macy's. If you remember, with Macy's, I have on the Jan Feb 36 put calendar in there, and originally paid around 44 cents for that as a debit. I'm looking to get out of that right now for 25 cents. I think that that's pretty wishful thinking, but it is in a working state. I'm going to be playing around with that for the rest of the day. I'm going to get filled on that. Maybe not at 25 cents, but I'm going to get out of this trade because those 36 puts, as you can see, this trade went my way. But we talked about this in the webinar. If you get that big move really fast, it hurts you in this type of strategy, and that's exactly what happened. So looking like it's going to be a loser for sure. There's no way I'm going to get back all of what I paid for this strategy, but I'm trying to limit the losses on that. But got my directionality right, but it happened way too fast. If it would have just trended down there, it would have been a much better situation, but the big gap down did not help at all. Same situation in ticker symbol BHP, which is BHP Bilton, and this one was another similar situation where I had it on as the Jan Feb 36 call calendar. And again, got that big move that I didn't really want to see. Want to see a nice, slow, trending market for this. And that one, again, also didn't work out because of that big move. Got the direction right, but did not get the slow, creeping move that we want to see with these type of strategies. And in that 36 call calendar, I had originally paid 56 cents for that trade, trying to get out of it right now for about 35 cents. Again, I'm basically on the offer and looking for something wanky to happen to get out of that. Going to get out of that trade today because, again, those calls, those Jan calls are in the money, and I don't want to have to deal with taking the position in BHP. So I'm going to do whatever I can to get out of that, but I'm going to let it meld a little bit for the rest of the day and then start being a little bit more aggressive in the afternoon. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Other than today, we're doing a webinar on the short put butterfly. This is going to be a good one for something like BHP, or obviously with Macy's would have been a great trade for that kind of thing. And the reason why is because we want to see that big move. And this strategy is really quirky because you can go online and people can research how to make a short put calendar. That's the easy part. It's pretty basic for the most part. But if you just go out there and set this strategy up without following my rules, you could be setting yourself up immediately for a loss. Like, there is no possible way to make money on that strategy if you set it up improperly. I'm going to show you how to set it up so that you can increase your probabilities of success with this strategy and hopefully get a couple of nice trades on for Monday. All right, that's all I got for you guys today, other than if you can't take that, take it easy.